guess it was national. What do you hate me? Why can't I stand and walk away? Why is it so damn hard to stay? Never take it cause I got something to say. And I'm so sick of all your problems lately. You need your drama so you keep me around. If things ain't getting any better in the town soon, I'm sick of time of being pushed around. So I keep waiting for the storm to save me. When everybody wants to shut me down. And I ain't never want what you gotta say to me. Right now I'm trying to figure you out. Will you bring me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why do you hate me? Why do you try changing who I am? Now why can't I make you understand? Now understand that you're always about to come to an end. No one ever gave a fuck until right now. And they're running and I'm giving it up. Fuck till I'm giving everything I ever had to give. But right now I'm just not giving a fuck. So what? So I keep waiting for the storm to say what? But you can bet I'm getting sick of your lies. Well, I know what you gotta say to me. Why should I even try to bring me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why? You keep dragging me down. Slam my face into the ground. I ask you why. Why? Why you keep beating me? I can't take this anymore. I gotta ask you why. Why do you drag me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why do you hate me? Yeah, what's it always gonna be like that? You know it's always your way, but you just see past that, yeah. The one thing you're gonna understand that you've been running your bridges for too long and no one cares. Now all these people that you keep on the side, but they don't know you like I do, and all these secrets that you try to hide. Jason, where I always look at you, you stop the night with my back, just turn and now I'm through with you. You bring me down. Every time I turn around and I ask you why. You keep dragging me down. Slam my face into the ground. I ask you why. Why you keep beating me? I can't take this anymore. I gotta ask you why. Why do you drag me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why do you hate me?
Well, what's happening? Welcome to the latest stream of Bad Apple Media, where an unhinged man rants and raves. That's right. Well, before we get started, I would like to make a public service announcement. This message is specifically for Matthew Todd Sims, aka Snafu Snaps. Disseminating any of my content to any agencies as any sorts of threats or attacks upon your personal safety is taken at your own risk, because here and now I am telling you that you are not welcome on this channel. You stalking me by watching this stream and taking any sort of piece or clips of my content and sharing them with any official government agency will constitute a charge of stalking against you. You are hereby informed you are not welcome here. Watching my channel here at Bad Apple Media, you are in control of your own destiny. You are stalking me by coming here to my channel and watching everything that I do and attempting to report any and all little snippets of what you believe is an attack against you or a threat. You are hereby banned from watching my content. Taking any clips of my content from this day forth, November 20th, 2025, and using them in any attempt to have me maliciously prosecuted, you will be held liable by a criminal court. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Anyways, end of public service announcement. So the rest of you who are hanging out, wanting to know what's going on, a bunch of new names in here, probably because I'm using the alternate streaming vertical and landscape here off of StreamYards, and I'm using both formats here. If you're new to this channel, this is a channel that shares information about the insane world and the even more insane YouTubers of this social media realm. Most YouTubers aren't who you believe they are. You can continue to do what you want to do. But if you want to know about the YouTubers that you probably find interesting, I could probably tell you that they're not what you think they are. But keep doing what you do. So this is probably going to be a weird stream with a bunch of weird new names in here. Just giving you a heads up, running with scissors and Lynette, and thank you for coming as usual. I appreciate you. Blivo Lihulu, okay, and Twice, and Mr. Truth. The truth on Mr. Beast is I wouldn't watch him if I was paid to. And you know, he's not the focus of my attention. He is a pal of the demonic entities that are in charge of YouTube. So there's a lot of accusations about him. You can find out more if you just search up his name and do a little digging about him yourself, but you won't find any information on Mr. Beast here other than a suggestion that do not pay attention to him. And I wouldn't buy any of his Beastables or whatever the hell those snacks are. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Wouldn't give the guy a nickel. But that's neither here nor there. So today, as some of you know, Lynette and Tony and a few other of you lurkers from the panel curse probably watching me, I had court today. And some of you who are unaware of the dynamics of my court speak, I am being maliciously prosecuted by a YouTuber who was previously mentioned in here that I said is banned from my content, my channel. He's no longer welcome here, and anything that he does and watches in this space, and he clips it and takes it and shares it with law enforcement, that will be considered to be stalking. You don't need to be here. You're not welcome here. So don't be here and get the fuck out. Or don't whine and fucking cry about something that's said about you. So, Lynette and a few of you others, let me see what we can do here. Let me pull some stuff up. Earlier today, I went to court, and well, let me back it up. There's let me see if I can pull it up on my. As you know, most of you who are steady subscribers here, steady watchers, you'll know that I'm not prepared for the most part when it comes to my content. So let me see if I can't find it. Here it is. This is the, go up a little bit, and we'll just put what we need on here. And let me see if I can't blow it up a little bit. See how it looks on the screen. Let me see about sharing it. Okay. Yeah, there. Looks good. So here we go. This here is an updated, amended complaint that a particular jackass zebra insisted that happens because he wants me to be charged with felonies. So I guess he apparently thinks harassing the prosecutor's office and the sheriff's department nonstop is going to get him somewhere. Excuse me, I had to take a drink of water. It may appear that to him that he's getting somewhere, but to a weak individual with a low IQ and a lack of understanding of the legal system and how it works would definitely continue to push for more charges and not stop until he gets what he wants. So now he got what he wants. He gets what he wants. What we've got here is failure to communicate, which, you know, if I was a good YouTuber, I would have dropped the clip from one of my favorite movies of all time, which would be Cool Hand Luke, where the prison warden was standing on the porch of the guard shack, the guardhouse, and he would say, "What we've got here is failure to communicate." Now, since I'm a crappy YouTuber, you're just going to have to take my reenactment of that scene and deal with it. So hopefully you like it. And calm down, Tony. Calm down, Tony. So here we're going to review the updated complaint that my stalker has convinced the prosecutor's office to update. And you should always be careful of what you wish for, because sometimes it's got some caveats to it and there's some consequences behind your actions that you're not intelligent enough to comprehend. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. I'm happy as pig and shit that somebody thinks that they're smarter than the prosecutor's office, smarter than a fucking judge, and smarter than, you know, the less than intelligent detective that's in charge of this case. Because he sure as hell isn't very good investigative employee of the government. So I'm being charged with now count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, count 5, count 6. And we'll review these real quick. The first count is using a computer to commit a crime, maximum imprisonment of 2 years, but less than 4, and that would be 1 felony. Count 2 is unlawful posting of a message. And you can read here, it says that I did post a message through the use of a computer or the internet without Matthew Sims, aka Snafu Snap's, consent. The defendant, me, knew or had reason to know could cause 2 or more separate non-continuous acts of unconsented contact with Matthew Snitch Sims. Posting the message was intended to cause conduct that would make Matthew Snitch Sims feel frightened, harassed, intimidated, terrorized, or threatened. Conduct arising from posting the message would cause a real person to suffer emotional distress and to feel frightened, harassed, intimidated, terrorized, or threatened. And conduct arising from posting the message did cause Matthew the Snitch Sims to suffer emotional distress and to feel frightened, harassed, intimidated, terrorized, felony. And contrary to this that's a 2-year felony. And that, I would have to reimburse government for expenses incurred in relation to the violation. Okay, awesome. Are we following along here? Are we following along here? I suckered into YouTube nonsense? You better watch your mouth, Xenio. Be careful what you say. So count 3 would be that I did use a computer system, computer network to attempt to commit a conspiracy to commit or solicit another to commit cyberbullying. So this was a misdemeanor. And then count 4 would be pretty much the same thing. 2 charges of the same. and whatever. We'll go to count 5, which would be telecommunication services malicious use. That I did maliciously use a service provided by a telecommunication service provider with the intent to terrorize, blah, 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 molest, annoy, disturb, peace and quiet of Matthew Snitch Sims by threatening physical harm or damage to any person or property in the course of a conversation or message through the use of a telecommunications service or device. And count 6. This is probably the most comical charge of all. This is probably the most comical charge of all. Cyberbullying. Oh my Lord. Me being charged with cyberbullying him. Isn't that a fucking hoot? Anybody know the guy? Can anybody say in the chat, 16 of you, most of you are lurkers, some of you aren't, any of you in this chat that are willing to speak up and to express your opinion, let's take a poll. Do I have to set up a poll, or can you just tell me, is it Bad Apple Media or is it Snafu Snaps who cyber bullies? Can anybody clarify, qualify that statement? Who of the two of us is the cyber bully? Is that me or is that him? Come on. Tell us who you think the cyber bully is, me or him. And this was authorized by the Lisa Marie Lozen, the prosecuting attorney for the state or for the county of Macomb. This was done the day of my last court hearing, immediately. Apparently, the poor little victim got on the horn, got on the phone immediately and started squawking about having felony charges. And he wouldn't accept anything less because, you know, he's such a such an amazing shock journalist that people all over the country and the world are trying to take him out because he's an amazing whistleblower and he's uncovering many things that people, you know, criminals and frauds and traitors, you know, just mowing them down left and right with his shock journalism and just exposing them all. So he's threatened by everybody in his path that opposes his shock journalism. So if any of you want to tell us who the cyberbully is, let me know. Let me know who. Come on. Can anybody say it aside from Lynette and Running with Scissors, Lynette and LCJC? Can anybody say? No, you can just stick around and support. And whenever you're perusing the internet and you're in chats, you can say, "Hey, everybody, beware of this creepy fucktard who's stalking people and bringing up bogus charges to make himself credible." And then he harasses the prosecutor's office and he harasses the sheriff's department to up the charges. But they doesn't understand the consequences that come with that. That's how anybody can help. You know, you don't have to. It's, you know, it's your choice. You know, I myself, I'm not asking you to do anything. It's, you know, it's like when people post a number to the officials in the government and say, "Don't call this number, don't do it." Well, you don't have to do anything for me. I'm just suggesting that, you know, people be aware of the criminal mind that is Snafu Snaps, because he is a criminal, whether anybody understands it or not. And yeah, we know that he's threatened to do all kinds of things to all kinds of people. And, you know, the funny part about it is that the powers that be are very interested in some of the things that the individual known as Matthew Sims has done. And one of the things that he's done is I'll show you this really crazy video that somebody is stupid enough to allow me to screen record. So we'll share this one real quick, and you can see exactly what kind of idiot that you are all allowing to be a part of your channels, so you could get a couple of shekels. Let's check this one out. This is directly from the clown's channel. I have a screen recorded, so he could turn it on private right now if he had access to this channel, but he don't have access to this channel. It appears that he don't. So let's play this. Let's all check it out. Let's see exactly what kind of threats that a clown like this makes to individuals, like a guy named Taylor Briggs, excuse me, Taylor Briggs, also known as Flow State or Ho State, as he likes to call it. So I hope you're watching, Flow State.
Guilty of reporting. Like, that's something that I've always said from the get-go is I will not retaliate that way. I'll email Monograph and get Snafu's motherfucking address before
Right, says Cynthia. So Flow State, the pedophile supporting piece of shit, which we got your info, you piece of shit, wants to get my address from someone who's threatened my life. And again, Flow State supporting pedophiles. And Cynthia the Christian, right. Why? Because, what, you guys got reported on videos for not following policy and guidelines?
Well, because the Go-Go Strike Team Go just tried to destroy your channel?
Headlines? Interesting. Again, Flow State, you're a fucking coward piece of shit. You come near me, I'll kill you. That's
what?
On record, okay? I take it as a threat. I take it as, okay? On record, okay? I take it as, you come near me, I'll kill you. That's on record, okay? I take it as a threat because you're supporting people who have made death threats on me. You're supporting pedophiles. If I see you ever, I will kill you. Okay, Flow State? Especially as a threat towards me.
Big talker.
Record.
Keyboard warrior.
Thing, ladies and gentlemen. I want to point out some optics of Mr. Ho State and his support of PDFs and all this, right? He has me blocked during Z's chat, right? But he has multiple devices going. So he's literally talking to the people all day today. He had me blocked, but he was responding to me and talking shit, supporting pedophile optics during the stream. But he thinks he's going to come to my address and do something about it. I'll fucking kill you, Flo. You don't get it, bro. What do I have to lose over your bitch ass, your pedophile supporting piece of shit ass? These people aren't that smart. Now, what's funny is old man.
You know what funny is that he's right. These people aren't that smart. Yeah, might want to look in the fucking mirror.
And Chuck, old man, been supporting pedographs recently too, right? Gary, the old man, definitely supporting pedos because Gary was pushing up Monty here in the chat. And I said, Gary probably loves the youngins too. And look what Gary put. That's the truth, yo.
Because you don't understand sarcasm, Sheldon Cooper.
Right? So these people tell you exactly what kind of scumbags they are and who they are and their death threats and their fucking threats. So because Flow State...
Their death threats and their threats?
Didn't like certain people, his pedophile pals were reported, or himself or others who aren't following YouTube guidelines and policies, he's going to...
Because the Go-Go Strike Team Go keeps fucking reporting them, striking them.
Get my address from someone who's made death threats to me multiple times, right? Mr. Pedograph Monty. And what are you going to do, Flow State? And yeah, Cynthia, right? Yeah, let's get his address.
Yeah.
Again, the optics are high.
But we're not all guilty of reporting. Like, that's something that I've always said from the get-go is I will not retaliate that way. I'll email Monograph and get Snafu's motherfucking address before I won't do it because there's a weird principle thing.
Interesting. What are you going to do when you get my address? You know those little colored earrings you wear that you get at malls from Claire's or Spencer's? I'd rip those motherfucker earrings out and I'd shove them up your fucking pedophile fucking mouth and make sure you can never, ever talk or breathe again, host state. And yes, that's a threat because everything you've done supporting pedophiles, supporting people who want to make death threats at me, and now you want to come get my address, just so you know, we got yours already. The optics are high.
Lighten up, Francis. You fucking keyboard warrior. Lighten up, Francis. I remember LCJC family. Didn't you experience the Jackass Zebra dox your name and address on Crew 101 and you had that struck? Right? Right, Lena? Right. Exactly. So, you know, when you're a hypocrite and you're calling the kettle black all the time, like, you know, or calling the kettle black and white stripes, you know, I can't even begin to you know, it's, well, like, you can keep calling everybody pedos if you want, Xenial. You can do whatever you want. And, you know, it won't come back to haunt you. No, not at all. So let's stop sharing that for a moment and let's get to another video. So you've seen the redacted report that, you know, outlines my 6 new charges, right? Well, what happened today in court is that my no good defense attorney, as the Jackass Zebra likes to mention, that she's worthless or whatever he said, trying to disparage my top dollar high profile attorney. And yeah, and Paulie boy, you only wish you had a mouthpiece like mine. You might be able to weasel your way out of some shit, but that's not impressive to me. I really don't give 2 squats about that. But nonetheless, this video that you just witnessed with the Ho State, Flow State threatening to kill the guy was just one of many videos that was presented to the prosecutor's office in a private meeting today. And let me just say that they are not happy with Mr. Sims. But, you know, that's between you, me, and the wall, guys, because we can't let Matthew Sims know that, okay? Let him believe that he's got the upper hand on me. So, nonetheless, I've said that 3 times now. Anywho, I'll get back to my anywho. So, a 40, I don't know, I didn't keep track, but it was a very long meeting between my very, very capable of attorney and the prosecutor's office. And when the meeting was over, they came to the resolution that things were going to change. And because somebody doesn't know when to stop calling the prosecutor's office and stop calling the sheriff's department, that sends a red flag to those people. And you no longer become a victim that needs justice. You become the focus of someone who is weaponizing the judicial system. These people do this for a living every day, dealing with actual, literal, genuine victims. And they know a bullshitter when they smell a bullshitter. So my lawyer comes out of the meeting and comes up to me and tells me, "We're golden, my man. We're starting from page 1. We're going back to scratch from the beginning." And I said, "Okay." So she said, "Just come on into the courtroom. have a seat, and we're going to knock it out. So I go into the courtroom. There's a few cases that we got to hear. While I'm sitting there with my beautiful, lovely daughter, who gave me a ride to court, so I could relax and not be focused on anything but other than my peace of mind. We're witnessing the entire courtroom, the entire courthouse swoon and fawn over my attorney. Every law enforcement officer in that courtroom, and there was 5 of them. They were all trying to get her attention, to wave at her, to smile. And she obliged because she's a sweetheart. Every lawyer in that room needed to come to her and shake her hand and to give her the respect that she commands when she enters a room. My daughter, sitting in that courtroom with me, listening to multiple cases before mine came to the presiding judge, my daughter whispered in my ear, "These lawyers, they're like, I can barely hear them. Why don't they talk louder?" And I said, "Because they're nervous and scared." I said, "When my lawyer speaks, you'll hear. You'll hear her. You'll feel the assertive, fearless voice that she has, that she takes command of the hearing." So after it was all said and done, my daughter says to me, "Oh my God, Dad, your lawyer is amazing." And I said, "Of course. Do you think your father would hire anything less than an amazing attorney?" And my daughter says, "I have no doubt in you, my dad. My daddy-o," is what she said. "I have no doubt in you, daddy-o." So what occurred was the judge didn't like the fact that they disobeyed his order in responding to my previous motion that they sat on. The prosecutor sat on my motion for a while, which is what it is, because they really don't have a case and they're trying to stall and to get a penny for a pound, whatnot. So the judge, I'm going to spare you all the boring details and just get to the crux of it. The judge said, "I don't like the fact that you bring me an amended complaint and added charges to this count or to this complaint." He said, I like this. I would like this to be a new complaint." And so after a couple back and forths of everybody saying, "Yeah, we agree, we don't object," the judge dismissed the original 2 misdemeanors and requires a new or not amended complaint, but a new complaint to be filed, along with an affidavit of statement by the complaining law enforcement officer representing the Jackass Zebra, or speaking for the Jackass Zebra. So since the original charges were dismissed, everything that was attached to those charges was no longer valid. Hence, the bond of $50,000 personal bond, the do not contact the alleged victim or have a third party contact the alleged victim. That's all out the window right now. My unlawful or my order to or bond restrictions, I should say, that I cannot carry my firearm is out the window. Until the judge tells me again that I can't carry a firearm, I can. Not that I'm going to, but I could if I'd like. I have a CPL, it's still in full effect. So the consequences of having, pushing for additional charges caused a little snafu in the situation at hand. So what occurred is everything that was attached to those charges is gone. Meaning, let me pull this up. Oh, you want to play that, huh? Processing will begin. My ass, it will. Well, they don't want to play it, do they? Ah. Oh, you will play it, you fuckers. You cocksuckers. Maybe I got to go in the studio and do it. Okay, you want to play? I'll go in the studio. I'll go in the studio. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, there's always ways around that. There's always ways around that. Arpole, keep running your mouth and you won't be here long. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, you little fucking traitor? You want to sit in the corner quietly and not fucking run your mouth? You're okay. Run your mouth and you're going to get the fucking boot up your ass. You got it? Smart off. Let them smart off again and you get rid of them, ladies. I'm putting up with any of you smart ass scumbags who support that fucking loser. You can go fuck yourself. How's that? So if I got to play this video this way, that's what I will do. You ain't going to stop me. All right, let's turn the volume down. Lock the doors. All right, if I can turn the volume down, I'll turn it down right here. So I'm not going to do anything but play this part. Let me get to it. There we go. So let me turn on my camera. Hey everybody, Bad Media. So let me here, let's let you watch. Of course, it's got to be all pixelated because YouTube sucks fucking dick. Snafu is not paying for a lawyer. A prosecutor, free of charge, is trying to prosecute on his behalf, but he's lost them. They know who he is. They know what he's about. And I can guarantee you there will not be another one put on my leg. I can guarantee you. Lena, they're taking the fucking tether off my leg. You couldn't see that, kid? You couldn't see that? So there you go. Y'all asking the question, Did they take the tether off? Yeah, the tether is off. And it will not be back on my leg. Fucktard. So where we're at now is that I will be arraigned on those 6 charges in a couple of weeks. It'll be on Zoom. I'm sure that, you know, some jackass zebra is going to record it. And I also shared the video of the dickhead running his mouth talking about sharing the videos. And yeah, the judge isn't going to like that. When he hears you threatening to share the videos of his courtroom that you're not allowed to screen record, you're not getting on the good side of anybody in that courthouse or in the county of Macomb. I've warned you to not play fucking games in my neck of the woods. But hey, whatever flips your skirt, brother. Whatever flips your skirt. So what's going to happen in a couple of weeks is I will probably get another, not probably, I will get another personal bond. There will be no tether. I'm sure that I'll be say, hey, well, don't contact the scumbag. It's just the typical shit. Not that I want to contact him. I have no use to contact him because he comes here and he stalks me on my channel. So all I have to do is talk to him here. That's all I need to do. So using any of this content to try and send it to the prosecutor's office per advice of certain people in the system told me to announce that you are not welcome here and that any dissemination of my content from this video constitutes a fact that you are stalking me. And I'm building a further case against you. So if you will, you go ahead and do whatever you want and take my content. You're not welcome here. You're not wanted here. And any time you spend here is you stalking me. So you will be setting yourself up for stalking charges. There's no need for you to watch my content. If you are afraid of me, why are you here? It's a good question that many others have that same question. But I'm the only one with a big mouth. Others won't bring this up to you. And they're more tight-lipped than I am. Others, meaning people you are whining and crying to on a regular basis, where the red flags go up in the air and go, something is up with this fucking guy. What is it? And they're too fucking lazy to do a little research. And then when they see content of this guy threatening to kill people and threatening to share the videos from the courtroom and admitting to being a shock journalist who triggers people to get them to commit crimes and using internet search sites to track down people's mamas, and I could go on and on and on, and threatening, you know, Gigi, and threatening to kick King Stephen's ass, and all the other stuff that I got. When they see those things, they're like, fuck. So, you know, keep doing what you do. I'm okay with it because I need you to be the jackass zebra that you are. So I will be in court in a couple of weeks on Zoom, and I will share the Zoom ID number. So if any of you want to go and watch and to observe as like you're in the courtroom sitting in the gallery, I will share that, or you could go on to the website and get the link yourself because it's public information on a public website and anybody can go to the court. It's no different than you coming to town and sitting your butt in the courtroom. So you can come in the courtroom and you can all witness what is being said by everybody, not just the next time, but you can come in the time after that and the time after that. And I encourage all of you to watch the hearings and to witness yourself what goes on so you have a little more context behind this type of content that I'm creating. You'll have more context, excuse me, behind what this video is about. Well, I would hope that many of you would begin to promote it. Any of you who have been targeted and attacked and harassed and stalked and assaulted verbally and metaversally raped with cupcakes and all that maybe all of you should join in on the witnessing of a snitch, jackass zebra snitch in action, and watch it with your own eyes. But that's something for a later date. I'll bring that information up prior to the hearing. So the first move will be to, again, file motions for the state, the county, to clarify exactly what it is that I did to justify having 4 misdemeanors and 2 felonies, which they're going to have a difficult time producing any specific information that is in criminal manner. Anything and everything that I've done here on the internet is protected free speech. Plain and simple. Most of you have no clue as how the law works. Most of you have no idea how the freedom of speech works. Most of you have no idea that this platform is a publicly operated channel. Well, it's government owned, privately operated, however you want to look at it. This is a GoPo channel. There's a GoPo network platform. So it's the equivalent of a soapbox in Times Square or in the public square where you stand on a soapbox and you preach and you tell people what's up and you speak your mind. This is that equivalent, the modern day equivalent of a soapbox bitch fest. That's what this platform is. Threatening to kill people, that's a different story. That constitutes some sort of threat. That's on the edge of free speech, but it's a little over the top. It's a little over the top in comparison to saying that I'm going to kick your ass. I'll kill you. That's a threat, and you can put that on the record. Okay, well, it's on the record now. It's going to be on the record in the fucking open courtroom, that's for sure. It will be on the record. So the state will have to answer my attorneys, my motions for clarification on exactly what it is that I did. And then once those are heard, my lawyer could possibly decide to file motions to dismiss on, constitutional grounds. And then if by chance the judge denies my motions to dismiss, motions to quash on constitutional grounds and decides to hold a preliminary exam, then somebody's going to have to get their little fucking stink butt on an airplane and fly from Arizona to Michigan and to sit their little stink butt in a fucking witness stand. And I can't wait till that happens. My very, very, very capable attorney. You listen to other people and they'll say, oh, she's no good. Okay, well, we'll see about that. She's seething. Her hands, she's wringing her hands together and seething and going, oh, I can't wait until he gets here. I can't wait. And she didn't take too kindly of you disparaging her, saying that she was no good and failed. That is just a little bit more motivation for her to make you cry on the stand. Literally. Literally, you're going to cry on the stand. Ooh, you have no idea the skills. You know how, what's his name, Liam Neeson in those movies? What the hell's the name of those movies where he says, "I have a very special set of skills." That movie, I forget what those movies are called, but my lawyer has a very special set of skills, and you know the rest. Woo, motherfucker! So at the preliminary exam, if the judge doesn't dismiss the charges because it's going to be revealed that somebody has weaponized the courts, just by chance, if it is bound over for a jury trial, we'll be going to the circuit court, to the county of Macomb, and not just the district court in the city of. We're going to be going to the county of, in the 16th Circuit Court, where a jury trial will be on hold in lieu of, first it will be a bench trial where I reserve my rights for a jury trial. And we'll see. First, we'll see if somebody shows up for the preliminary exam. Yes, Taken. That's the name of the movie. Thank you. We'll see if the jackass zebra has the guts to show up at the preliminary exam. And I'm not really sure that I want to place any bets on whether he will or won't, because I'm pretty sure that it's going to be an empty seat. And by chance that seat isn't empty, it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be amazing. And that's when I will have the judge giving me the approval to record it. And I'm sure that my lawyer is going to be on top of that and arguing or presenting that request, and it will be granted, guaranteed. Oh, it's not over. It's only just begun. This is where I want it to be. My biggest bitch was having a fucking tether on my leg. I'm not sweating these stupid accusations, these senseless charges. You guys might think that, oh, 4 misdemeanors and two felonies. Oh, you're in big trouble, mister. You're going to prison. I bet you Landry's over here jerking his dick going, oh, you're going, 4 misdemeanors, 2 felonies. Oh, you're that unhinged man. He's going to prison. Oh. Sorry, Landry. I could get into my vehicle right now and drive down to Dallas and wait for you to do a live stream and find you and say, what's up, Landry? How's it going, douchebag? Come and knock on the door, so to speak. But yeah, you know, I got too many things to do in my life to, maybe I'll jump in a truck and go pull a load for a buddy of mine down to Texas, down to Laredo, and stop in Dallas on the way. Just take a 4-day trip and go make me a couple of grand on a 4-day trip. Because that's the going rate to drive to Laredo and back. I mean, I'd probably give them $1,900. I said, I'll do it for $1,900. You got somebody who's taking vacation, you got one of them trucks that you need the roll and it's not parking, toss me the keys, brah. There you go. I got friends in trucking business. I've been in the trucking business nearly 40 years. And I got friends, I got connections, I got jobs up the job's ass. So I probably won't come down there because I don't want Landry to get all scared and piss his pants live on the internet. Flapping his gums, calling me unhinged. Yeah, you know what? From this day forth, I'm going to be a little more relaxed than I have been because I was just a little stressed out and annoyed at all of you fucking clowns. And I'm that much closer to not being a part of the panel curse anymore. It's amazing. I'm relishing the day that I no longer have to listen to this monotone voice talk about being the amazing YouTuber and branding and acting like, you're better than anybody else because your swell little head is getting out of your fucking control. Yeah, I'll get back to making my content, actual content, not just sitting there having boring conversations. The other night, let me tell you guys something. You know what I use Modern Men Live, Modern Men Lost Again content for? To lull me to sleep. The other night, no kidding, 2 nights ago, I was a little stressed and my anxiety was a little higher than normal, and I couldn't sleep. I was laying there for an hour and a half. Usually I just fall asleep, but my mind was racing and I was thinking about this, thinking about that, worried about, my kids, my grandkids, and whatever. And my PTSD got the best of me a little bit. So I said, you know what? I need to fall asleep. I can't be up thinking about this shit all night. What do I need to do to go to sleep? What can I use to go to sleep? And you know what I did? I turned on an episode of Modern Men Lost Again. And I literally fell asleep within 5 minutes. And I am not bullshitting you. It's God's honest truth. 5 minutes of watching his shit. It might have been 6 minutes. I'll give him a little credit. 6 minutes of watching his shit. I zonked out. I played Rain on My Roof. I played A Crackling Fire. I watched a couple of other videos because, if I'm watching my phone while I'm laying in bed, I'll fall asleep pretty quick. But even that stuff wouldn't let me go to sleep. And I put on Landry shit, and I was out in 6 fucking minutes. Straight up. So, yeah, my content's boring, but yours is even more boring. But hey, when you don't have a wife and a kid to hang out with, and you're all alone in your little fucking townhouse apartment in Dallas, you got nothing better to do but go live every fucking 4 hours for 3 hours. You take an hour break, you go live for 3 hours, you take an hour break, you go live for 3 hours. Must be a very interesting life. So, back to my court case upcoming. If there's a preliminary exam, not if, I kind of want one. So, but if there's a preliminary exam and somebody doesn't bring their ass out here, unfortunately, it'll get dismissed. But if they bring their little bitch ass out here, it's going to be awesome. And I don't think that it's going to make it past the preliminary exam. But if so, if it does, then it'll be bound over to circuit court. And I will request a bench trial with reserving my rights for a jury trial. So when somebody has to get their ass on an airplane a second time and they actually show up, then I will say, nah, I don't want a bench trial. We're going to do a jury trial. And then somebody gets to go home empty-handed. And then they get to come back a third time for the jury trial. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I love it. It's like the A-Team. I love a plan when it comes together. I love it when a plan comes together. You call me B.A. Bronx. You call me Face. You can call me Murdoch. You call me whatever you want. I don't care. So, anywho, nonetheless, gotta throw those words in it, so to speak. How you guys like that? How you like the fact that I'm gonna sleep? You know how well I'm gonna sleep tonight without having as Mad Mystic would say, getting Wi-Fi'd, getting 5G Wi-Fi'd. There's gonna be no more Wi-Fi, no plug, and no worried about waking up and unplugging it and it not being fully charged when I wake up. Oh, I just took a shower. It was so nice not having to lift that fucking thing and all that and move it. And yeah, so nice not having that stupid ass tether. And you know what? It's saving me $310 a month, or $300 depending if there's 30 days or 31 days. And Flow State if somebody send a message to Flow State and let him know that I would really appreciate him putting a clutch in my Mustang. Could you hook up my Mustang and put a clutch in it? Because I'm this much closer to owning that car. No, Jethro, we're not going back to having fun yet. It's not over. It's not over until the fat lady sings. Do you hear any fat lady warming up her voice? Give it a little bit, Jethro. Patience is a virtue, my friend. Okay? Just give it a little time, Jethro. I still have a little business to handle. And to me, this is fun. It might not be to others, but for me, this is fun. Okay? Jethro is up there in the chat. Does he have you blocked? You don't know who Jethro is? Jethro, do you have 75% to infinity blocked? He wants to know who Jethro is. If he can't see your name, then you must have blocked 75% to infinity. Why would you do that to my buddy, 75% to infinity? What did he do to you? Is there some conflict here in the chat that we just... What? You just refreshed, didn't see any of the chat? Should I leave the chat and membership? Sorry if I'm bothering you all. What are you talking about, Xenio? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Now, if I had my drops ready, I would have had Arnold from, little Arnold. What the hell was his name? His real name? What the hell was his real name? Damn, drawing a blank right now. I would have had Arnold from Different Strokes say, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah, I can't wait to get back to my regular old broadcasting content. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, 75% to infinity. If you're watching in vertical, I have StreamYards has a new option where you can stream in landscape and vertical at the same time. So you're in vertical mode and Jethro is in landscape mode. So you can't see him and he can't see you. So problem solved. Thank you, Lynette. And happy birthday, Lynette. Is that why you've changed it to Lynette 60? I think you're older than 60, aren't you? You say you were 62? 960? I don't know. How old are you? But no, Xenio, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean you just refreshed? Didn't see any of the chat. Should I leave the chat and membership? Sorry if I'm bothering you all. You ain't bothering me. I don't think it's her birthday. I was just seeing she changed her name to Lynette 60. So I don't know. I don't know what you talking about, Xenia. You're cool with me, man. It's cool. It's cool. You don't got to go nowhere. It's cool. Let me see. I'm doing something here. Let me pull something up. Let me do something here. Let me do something here. Let me do something here. Let me see if I can figure something out. No comments yet. No, wrong one. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me turn down my volume so you can't hear me talking. And LCJC. Let's do that. How's that? LCJC, say hello. Type in the words hello. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. You can fix stuff now. You got a wrench. I should give everybody wrenches. Kind of like, I don't know, there's channels out there that would give everybody wrenches. Should give Sasquatch Moon a wrench. Just to piss off the jackass zebra. Not that you don't deserve a wrench, but, any of you who've watched me for a long time, you would know that I don't really have moderators on here but sometimes I gotta toss a wrench around every now and again. If I get a little, if I end up being successful like Landry, maybe I could use a couple of more wrenches around here, and I'll keep all of you, you amazing viewers here in the chat box. I'll keep you in my potential wrench category, and then when it happens, and I need more wrenches, I'll toss some wrenches at y'all. But I don't really have a lot of viewers because I'm not very successful. I'm jealous of Landry. I'm trying to do this without laughing. And so, maybe down the road when I learn how to be successful and I brand myself and I, do the amazing content that, other amazing YouTubers share on their channel 3, 4, 5 times a day for 3, 4, like 8, 9, so like 9 to 12 hours a day. I would do that. Oh, don't feel self-conscious, Xenial. I'm not trying to point anybody out or anything like that. I'm just, I have limited need for wrenches. I'll toss one to people when the numbers increase, if they do, because I have, when I'm unhinged and, people just don't want to watch me, man. It bums me out. Maybe y'all should give me money. Send me some shekels. And Lynette, I'm just joking. Maybe y'all should send me some shekels. Make me feel better about my content. Maybe I'll produce better content. You guys want to see an old video that I did a long time ago? You're dodging wrenches left and right on these YouTube screens. What, nobody will give you a wrench 75% to infinity? Nobody's tossing wrenches at you? That's funny. Dodges and wrenches left and right on these YouTube screens. Yeah, I'm happy I got the monitor off too, brother. So anybody want to watch an old video just for old time's sake? Watch some of my shitty content that's, boring, that nobody wants to watch. Does anybody want to take a trip down memory lane with me? Anybody? You should do in real life. What do you mean I should do in real life? I am in real life. I'm sitting here in real life doing YouTube. What exactly do you mean by that? What exactly do you mean by that? It's not that exciting. I know, I know, right? So let's see. Do I gotta always ask Lynette? Okay. Who wants to see an old video of my shitty content, of a video that I did? We'll keep it under 15 minutes. You guys want me to share an old video? Oh, so you want me to go out and about and talk to people like the man on the streets, like the legend on the streets, on these YouTube streets? Or how about in real life streets? Yeah, we call it in real life streets. Let's go to videos. I won't do lives. I'll go to videos and I'll scroll down maybe a couple of years ago. How's that? And we'll see, because I'm the first to admit that I've always been a very primitive, ghetto fabulous type of YouTuber and not very organized or scripted or prepared, or no fluff, nothing like that. I just off the cuff type of shit. And let's see, let's go back a few years and let me see if I can't find something that you guys would want to watch. Let me see. Okay, let's go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one. It's, I don't know. I don't know. I know, right? So let's see. Let's go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to this one that I did. Let me see. Let me go to it's me giving another YouTuber shit because, you know, I've done a wide variety of stuff. I've done some state national content. I've done some, you know, dirty cop, dirty government content. And this one would be a dirty YouTuber content. So you guys want to watch this, you know, it'll probably bore people, but, you know, this is when I would do thumbnails and all that shit. And let's see, I don't even remember what this one is about, but it's only, oh, no, I don't have to turn it off in private. I can still share it. This is called Here's the Deal Reloaded. So let's play it. Let's see what we can do here. This was just all done like with a screen recorder on my phone, and 75 is avoiding it. What, a wrench? You don't want a wrench? Dodging and juking and jiving the wrenches. I get it. I get it. But here, let's check it out. Goblin. Oh, you're not mad at me for calling out your buddy? You're not mad at me for calling out your fucking buddy Hank for being in an email that's a legit email? Sorry if you know you don't believe it. That's cool. Well, here we go. Let's check it out. Dude, where's my car? What's my tattoo say? Sweet. What's my tattoo say? Dude. All right, you can see it. All right, let me blow it up. Let me give you a full screen. Best as I can give you a full screen. So let's, you ready to watch it? One of my old videos. This is from over 2 years ago. This was made, I don't know, wherever it was. So I'm a very crappy YouTuber. This might be the the edited version.
You guys are acting like thugs, man. They're like straight up thugs.
Watertown, Wisconsin Police. Why
What?
am I showing you the Watertown, Wisconsin Police Department Facebook page with a public phone number 920-261?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't call that number.
Zero.
Ooh, Brian, you
Oh,
picked
that's
up on that
probably
triple.
because-
This is a reaction video. Yeah, shut up, Jethro. Good Lord, just deal with it. I shared it just to see how it would work. That's all I did, bro. I don't like Brian. Brian is a government shill. If you don't know that, Brian is a government fucking shill, okay? So I'm trying to teach you all something here. And it'll probably butthurt many people for me to point out that Brian's a government fucking shill. But since I shared the video or the audio the other day of me and Adam Marfugel having a conversation where he's talking about Brian, how he could hook me up with Brian so he could get me into his good graces, well, I figured it only appropriate to share the video of him, of me reacting to his video. Let's do it. I'll put it in a little faster mode so it won't be a complete 12 minutes. We'll make it, do the math on 1 1/4. That would make it 3 minutes less, 3.5 minutes less.
Right here that we
Bet you
shared
they're Freemasons
by
too, Brian.
Oliver Trot. I really appreciate it.
I bet you they're Freemasons too, Brian. I don't think I even shared this on my channel so people could see it. I don't think that I even shared this. I think it was a video that I produced and I never even put it on public. So you're getting a members only version without being a member. This is a pride parade and Brian is upset because here's the deal involved. Here's the deal gets involved. People listen. Don't they, Brian? Brian Young. I'm waiting for the euphemisms and cliches and words from our founding fathers. Can I have some? Well, you know, you're living in corporate America, Brian. This is what happens. There's no victim and there's no crime, but we're not in a constitutional America. You And all the other YouTubers, you influencers, you big name, big dogs on the block, you don't tell anybody that this is corporate America. And this is not constitutional, of course, but there's a reason for it, is because everybody's in the corporate system. Where you have privileges. Don't listen, not guys keep exploiting people, Brian. Got to get your cups of coffee and sell your tchotchkes. Yeah. You got to get all your ducats, right? Shekels is doing such a good thing for the people. You're not harmful content. Very, very well said. You're right. Oh, is that
persecution, abuse, maltreatment,
is that
mistreatment, tyranny, despotism, repression?
Oh, here's all his lines. Keep going.
Suppression, subjection, subjugation, enslavement, exploitation. That's what you just saw there from the Watertown police.
I give Brian credit. I'm gonna take anything away from Brian. He's definitely, got the broadcast shit down fairly well. Yeah, this was I got 40 views on it, and I took it down because I think it was a crappy video. This was done on August 5th, 2023. So yeah, over a couple of years ago. But I always give Brian the credit for him being a very, very good broadcaster. He's very well spoken on here. He's been doing it a long time. So I'm not going to sell him short on his ability, but I'm going to point out that he's, kind of a government shill. Well, of course he stays in the guidelines for the grift. There's more to it than that, dude. He's. Oh, is that what we just saw there? From the Watertown, Wisconsin Police Department. They have 14,000 followers and 18 following. So Brian is upset and he wants you to call.
Now, instead of reading the Bible out loud,
instead of reading the Bible out loud,
left back in the blue. This guy right here is a Sarcasmus.
See, I'm gonna
kids for speaking the truth. Karma will be righteous.
Ooh.
Give you guys a dime.
Wouldn't give you guys a
Why
dime.
did the Watertown police arrest a young man for peacefully speaking about
Ain't this
the Bible?
fucking crazy?
Should you be arresting real criminals?
Real criminals?
Usually back to blue.
Well, listen. They are arresting the real criminals. Brian isn't pointing this out, but this is a crime in corporate America because you guys are voting. Brian likes to mention the fact that the left-right paradigm, blah, 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 two sheeps and what's for dinner, blah, 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 blase, blase, split, loop, loop. Okay, this is Brian. Brian is trying to keep you in the matrix by not saying the real criminals are not guys preaching the gospel at a pride. See, my point of this video is trying to give people the understanding that Brian is pushing the corporate America, where he's just pointing out what cops are doing. He's saying it's unconstitutional. And to me, that's disingenuous because Brian is well aware of the corporate structure of America. Hell, he's had Paul Unslaved on his channel probably a year and a half before this or more, or give or take. So he's well aware of, and I personally have had conversations with Brian, or not, I would say conversations, but I've had interactions with him, whether it be in his chat or him on his live stream, or not his live stream, but he's conducting a live stream on behalf of Chili DeCastro when he was crying like a little girl in the courtroom, begging for forgiveness after he told the bailiff in the courtroom to call him a coward bitch or whatever he said to him. So Brian Young here of High Impact Flicks had the keys to Chili DeCastro's channel, and I got on there and I have it screen recorded. I have it in a video somewhere because I got lots of fucking content, whatever, or non-tent as Landry would call my shit. So I would love for my criminal case here, against the, Jackass Zebra to be finalized so I can get back to doing what I do. But in the meantime, I'm just going to continue to produce my non-tent, my boring non-tent, striving for success. And granted, even this content isn't very good content. The criminals are the sovereign citizens. That just a reaction video. Yeah. Brian will point out that they're sovereign citizens, but he's not going to point out the fact that the people, we the people, are slaves, that you have privileges. You don't have rights anymore as a 14th Amendment citizen, and every one of you are citizens of the United States, and they're referring to the United States District of Columbia as a legal all caps name entity. That's what you are as a federal citizen. Brian will tell you this though.
At this time. What the hell is wrong with you people?
Oh.
More examples.
I'm gonna put in little drops like that stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't been able to get to the point where I put in little drops like that. Oh, it's backing
Ah,
you.
just
He's so
another
dramatic.
tyrant.
Brian, you're so dramatic. You know, the SS was running around, and well, I guess they do murder people every now and again, but they run around doing some pretty messed up stuff. The SS did. I wouldn't say that the cops are the SS. They're pretty bad agencies and organizations. They're quasi-military organizations in a
Arresting
police
people
state.
for exercising their First Amendment right.
Martial
Of
law.
All individuals you tyrants arrest, sue the department, the officers involved, and the city. Tyrants.
Yeah.
Watertown
I hope
PD
so
is
too,
ashamed of the
tyrants.
badge for infringing
All right.
on the rights. This is a systemic
This
problem.
is a
It's
systemic
just an
problem.
isolated incident.
It's not just an isolated incident.
Why are we stealing his property?
Why are we stealing his property,
I took
Brian?
an oath, and I'm going to take that oath seriously.
Oh, here, hold on.
I swore to
I want you guys to do me a favor and do what Brian's
take
doing
an
here.
oath, and I'm going
Like,
to take that oath seriously.
subscribe,
I swore to
turn on that
protect
bell.
free speech and anybody exercising it. And
No,
we're
you don't, Brian,
violating
because
that
you have me
right now.
blocked.
Screwed up.
Why? Because it's your
Standing up,
platform?
doing hold regardless of.
Yeah, Brian Young
Um,
blocked me. He blocked me on his channel because I was telling him over and over again, tagging him, saying, hey, Brian, how about telling people about corporate America and expanding on what you're telling them? Because he would touch upon it being corporate America, but not clarify exactly what he means by corporate America. And I was forever attempting to point this out to him. And so instead of just addressing it, he just blocked me, which is a cowardly move. Video of Brian showing you guys how the cops are going to beat you up and take you to jail. And essentially, one of his purposes, a purpose that he has as an influencer,
welcome
spreading his harmful content, is that he's keeping your mind, the word that I'm looking for, he's keeping your mind preoccupied on this, oh my God, this kid was arrested for this. It was terrible. The most you're going to do is you're going to stomp and jam on your keyboards and tell Brian exactly how you feel. And if you're lucky, you'll say, wow, he shared my comment on there. I'm virtue signaling from my couch or from your chair. But one of the things that it does is it discourages people who think that they're going to step up and this kid, they're going to arrest this kid, they'll arrest you. So a lot of people are discouraged from these videos, and this is the purpose that Brian has, and to keep you voting and to keep you away from knowing how to become free, even if you want to remain in the corporate system that is man-made with the laws of voting, legislation, and all of that. So anywho, let's continue.
One of them is doing what their fellow Thin Blue Line buddies are doing because, hey, that's crowd psychology.
Yeah,
and I don't have a
crowd
brain or a heart of my
psychology.
own to step forward. And I don't have the courage to do so.
Well, you guys step forward and got courage with these videos.
Thin Blue Line buddies while they're involved in committing a freaking crime in broad daylight on camera.
Right.
You swore
messed
an
up.
oath.
You
That's all
swore an
you
oath, man. You swore an oath, bro.
What kind of people are we?
What kind of people are we?
violate our oath of
What are
office
we, oath
to harm
followers?
people for exercising a right you swore to freaking protect.
I'm going to start pretending to be
Now,
this guy.
one good cop on the scene, doesn't that alarm people?
Doesn't that alarm people?
Don't
There's
people
not one
say,
good cop on the
"Yeah,
scene.
back to- I usually
back to blue.
Why?
But why?
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 Anytime you see
Anytime you
anything on
see
the internet,
anything.
you don't see one cop.
You don't see one cop stepping forward and
Not one that I
stopping
can think of.
Not
is
one that I can think of.
female cop who grabbed
Oh,
the
no, it was that female cop that grabbed that cop by the belt. Yeah, he's brutalizing somebody in the back seat.
She's been a part of. How many illegal searches and seizures has she been a part of?
Oh,
The
she's
one
a
that
terrible
got the belt
cop.
back and
They're
really
all-
given
they're
that
all bad. They
sergeant
really
that
are.
for, and then he basically
They are,
put his
Brian.
hands on her
Because
neck.
they're agents of the corporate, Mr.
But
Anderson.
one good thing, I'm not.
So, I have made content, and, granted, this is me just doing somewhat of a reaction video. I do have original content on my channel. It's not like I don't, but at the same time, it's been, it's been backstaged, I guess you could say. Volume up on who? On me? Volume up on Brian? No, I had his volume down purposely so you could hear me when I recorded the video. But I'm going to not share that video anymore. I'm going to go and share something different. Let me see. Let's go in my content. I'll let you guys see my content. I'm not scared to let you see my content. All right, here's one that I shared. This was a police cam video. This one is pretty messed up. Oh yeah, that's all right. I understand. I wish to proceed. Okay. So I think I just recorded this one so I could share it. And if any of you don't know this video, what happened is pretty maxed. Well, I'm sorry that you can't hear, Xenial. I apologize. Dual citizens of breach was allowed in corporate America. Yeah. I don't know how to turn the volume up, my brother, unless it's on the screen. But this video was pretty messed up. Watch and see how they literally execute a man in the street. Here, I turn it up as much as I can. I'll turn it up on my end.
I'm Don Aaron with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. This is a critical incident briefing concerning Thursday afternoon's fatal police shooting of a man in the northbound lanes of I-65 between the Old Hickory Boulevard and Harding Place exits. This case involves officers from the MNPD, Tennessee Highway Patrol, and Mount Juliet Police Department. You are about to see body-worn camera footage so that you can have a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know up to now. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and this police department conduct thorough use of force investigations.
Can you hear it better now, Xenial?
This investigation is in its early stages and will take time to complete. A word of caution. The images and information you are about to see may be disturbing and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for children and sensitive viewers. Shortly before 2 p.m. Thursday, a Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper traveling north on I-65 came upon Landon Eastep, a 37-year-old Nashvilleian who was sitting on a guardrail on the shoulder. The trooper reported that he stopped and approached Eastep with the intent of giving him a ride off the interstate.
Yeah, sure.
After a brief interaction, the trooper reported that Eastep pulled a box cutter. Metro Police were requested to the scene at 1:55 p.m. An off-duty Mount Juliet officer who was traveling north on I-65 stopped to assist the trooper before MNPD arrival. The Mount Juliet officer attempted to de-escalate the situation and dialogue with Eastep for some 30 minutes.
Yeah, my definition of de-escalate through dialogue is clearly a different version of what these law enforcement officers would call de-escalation. Well, I'm sorry I hurt your ears. I apologize.
As he held the box cutter in his left hand and kept his right hand in his pocket. Just drop it, brother. Landon, come on. Landon, come on, brother. Let me help you out. You will not end up in jail.
How about pulling out tasers? How about it? Or come up with some type of futuristic weapon with a big fucking net on it like they have, and you shoot it at him and it wraps around him and he can't fucking move because it wraps around him and velcros it fucking shut like a straitjacket.
Landon,
Look at all these guys. There's one gun here, one gun in this guy's hand. Every cop over here. This guy's got a gun over here.
Look at me. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it, brother. Landon, don't let me go home with this.
Don't do what? Don't let me go home with your death on my hands. Don't let me shoot you. I don't want to shoot you from 40 feet away because I'm scared.
This today, brother, please. Come on. Landon, look at me, bro. I'm talking to you. Hey. Please.
Clearly, he's going through a mental crisis right now, and he doesn't need 24 officers, 24, centurion fucking guards pointing fucking deadly weapons at him.
I gave you my word. My word means something, okay? I keep it.
My word means something for right now. Give me 2 minutes and I'm going to fill you full of lead, motherfucker.
You will not go to jail today.
You're going to go to your grave.
You will not go to jail today. Whatever you're worried about, we can fix it. Let's get you some help, though. This is not the answer. You and I know it.
I could shoot you in the kneecap. We could take your legs out so you can't run at us. But no, we aim high, brother. Our guns don't go down below the waist. They go chest high, and that's it, brother.
You don't want to hurt me. I know you don't, and you know I damn sure don't want to hurt you.
But I will.
Right? Come on, brother. Just put your hand up.
Put your hand up so I can shoot you while your hand's in the air.
Drop the knife and let's figure this out. Landon, come on, brother. Let's do the right thing here, okay? Let's get you some help, brother, please. That's all we're asking, bro. No, Landon. No, don't do it, Landon.
Landon, don't do it. I'm scared. Landon. You're like way out in the middle of the street, and I'm way over here, and you're scaring me, Landon. You're scaring me. I don't want to have to shoot you in the chest and kill you. I could probably mace you. We could probably tase you. We might be able to shoot you in the kneecaps a couple of times and take your legs off from you, but we don't want to do that. We just want to blow smoke up your ass and put bullets in your ass and take you out.
No. Landon. Don't do this, bro. Seriously. Let's end it, Landon. Just drop the knife, brother. Let's help you out. Let's go home. Let's go home, Landon. Don't want to do that. Landon, come on. Come on, Landon. Landon, don't. Please, brother. Come on, man. Hey, I've been out here for 30 minutes talking to you, bro.
I've been out here 30 minutes telling you, don't do it, brother. Don't do it. I want to go home. Don't make me kill you. Don't make me kill you, Landon. Put it down, Landon. Come on, Landon. Put it down. Don't make me kill you, Landon.
Let's go home. Let's go home, Landon.
I think Landon wants to go home to a different home. I think he wants to go to a home where he doesn't have to deal with the insanity of this world no more. His home is different than Juliet officer James Kidd. His home.
Please drop it, brother. This is not the answer. You know, I don't want to hurt you. Come on, Landon. Landon, hey, we don't want to hurt you. We don't want to shoot you. And you don't want to hurt us. Right? I got kids to go to. I got a family to go home to. And I was on my way doing that.
And I stopped, and I'm going to tell you, I really care about you, and I'm pointing a gun at you. That's how much I care about you, Landon. I didn't say, hey, man, toss him a beer and say, have a drink with me, my friend. Let's find out what your problems are. Maybe we can fix it. But no, I'm going to point a gun at you.
But my God put me here so I can help you out today.
My God, your God is the devil, James Kidd.
And you know it. And you damn sure know it. I know it. Come on, brother, just drop it. Landon, please, brother, don't do this. Please don't. Please. You've been talking to me the whole time, brother. Please.
I've been waiting to shoot somebody in the street so I can be a hero. Don't make me be a hero.
Please. Do it for me. I give you my word, I will help you out.
Pointing a gun at him ain't helping him out, you fucktard.
Okay. Look, you take him off.
If I was an officer of the law, I'd have me a 6-pack of beer in my trunk at all times, and I'd toss a beer to the motherfucker and say, look, man, let's drink a beer together. Sit down on the ground. I'll come over here and sit down on the ground with you, and we talk. And I bet you shit would be different.
Come on, brother. That makes you feel better. Take the sunglasses off. No big deal. My sunglasses off. Eye to eye. I've been talking, brother. Look, I don't have a damn vest on, and I still stopped at the interstate because I want you to go home today. I
want you to go home to your Jesus, your maker. I want to send you home to your maker.
You end up dead inside interstate. Nobody wants that.
You know, I think these law enforcement officers have forgotten that the Supreme Court of the United States of America has ruled multiple times that there is no duty or obligation of the law enforcement to protect the citizens. So when they want to use it, we want to make you safe as an excuse, that is a fucking crock of shit, because they want to be able to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want to protect the citizens, but they sure as fuck will put a bullet in you under the pretense of protection of your safety. That's how a psychopathic, narcissistic, sociopath, all of that rolled into one, gets away with pretending that he's here to help.
There's folks right here that got kids in the car. Look at kids over there just sitting by.
Yeah, they're gonna watch us blow you away and send you home, motherfucker.
Don't give him that shell, brother.
Oh, you don't stand there just mind your own business wishing that, why all these cops got to be here fucking with me, man. I'm having a real bad day. I don't know why all these cops are here pointing guns at me, telling me they want to keep me safe, and then saying that I'm gonna let these kids see a show of them killing me. Yeah, that's all my fault. That's right, James Kidd.
Okay, please. They're gonna have to live with this too, not just me and you. Please, just drop it, brother.
It's the rapist mentality. Look at what you made me do. You wore that sexy outfit. I had to stick my penis in you.
That's all you gotta do. I promise you. Get your hand out of your pocket, drop the knife, and I'll guarantee you I will have an ambulance here to help you out. You will not go to jail if that's what you're worried about. Come on, Landon.
I'm not going to send you to jail, motherfucker. I'm going to send you to hell.
Please, help me help you.
Help me help you. Well, how could you do that, James Kidd?
That's all I'm asking for. Come on, brother, just drop the knife. Get your hand out of your pocket. If that's a gun, what you got in there, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it. I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm worried about you.
This guy really sucks at fucking de-escalation tactics. He is terrible. And I hope that they don't ever allow him to fucking have any conversation with another fucking individual in this situation again.
I'm worried about you, Landon.
I really, truly hope that they never allow him to be the voice of fucking de-escalation tactics.
Come on, brother, just drop it. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you want to do the right thing here. And this is your chance. Landon.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me put bullets in you, Landon.
Please, brother, don't do it. Don't do it. No, Landon.
Can anybody count the number of shots that went towards this man? Can anybody count the number of shots?
Please, Landon. Please. No.
Let's see what it was. Let's see. Did he pull out a gun? He may have. So let's keep it in slow mode and watch and see. Hey, he's down on the ground. Keep shooting, boys. We'll make sure he don't move. Just keep shooting. You know, in other situations, they would put snipers on scene. Why don't they put a sniper on a scene like this and then just take his fucking kneecap out?
Cease fire! Cease fire!
Why couldn't they just take the gun?
No.
Take the gun and shoot it from, you got.
The metal cylindrical item Easton pulled from his pocket was not a firearm.
Right. Because the scared police think that it was a gun. So they had to go buck wild and put 35, 40 shots in the man.
9 law enforcement personnel fired their weapons after Easton took a stance as if he had a firearm. 6 MNPD officers, 2 Tennessee State Troopers, and the Mount Juliet officer. The MNPD officers are James Kidd, Justin Pinkleton, Sean Williams.
Look at these fucking traitors.
Eden Plansick, Sergeant Steve Carrick, and Officer Brian Murphy.
This guy, look at that guy. He thinks he's fucking. Look at him stick his chest out. Look at this guy. Look at him sticking his chest out like, I'm a fucking hero. Look at my gold fringe flag behind me. I stand for justice. Da, 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 da.
These 6 MNPD personnel
Fucking
are
clown.
presently on routine administrative assignment as a result of the shooting. In the coming days, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the Davidson County District Attorney's Office will continue to investigate and analyze this incident. By policy, the MNPD will also be conducting an administrative review of the interactions you have just seen to ensure that they meet the high standards expected of our officers.
So I wonder if Jason Kidd will be commended for what he did and his attempt at his highest standard of de-escalation tactics. Can anybody tell me that those de-escalation tactics that Jason Kidd displayed were of the highest standard? Do any of you doubt that if I was to be on scene and I had a 6-pack of beer hanging by the plastic straps and I pulled one off and I said, "Hey, brother, catch," and I tossed a beer at him and he cracked it open and I said, "Take a seat, man. I'll have a beer with you." And I would crack a beer open, I'd take a sip, and I'd sit down and I'd say, "Have a seat, bro. Tell me what the fuck's going on. What could we do to make life a little easier for you so shit doesn't go sideways here, man?" Would that be out of the fucking question to actually do that? Would that be against protocol? Would that be inhumane? What do you guys think? Do you think just all cops should carry a 6-pack of beer in their trunk? What do you think? Do you think that having a 6-pack of beer in the trunk of your patrol car at all times, even if it's warm, a person in that situation would say, "Fuck, that beer tastes good, even warm"? Wouldn't you think that would be the best de-escalation tactics that you could fucking have? Even if it was a non-alcoholic beer, would they even know at the time? Probably not. Just say, "Here, man, catch this brew. Let's have a fucking conversation, my man." How's about that? Well, Cammed Up Caveman, you're going to have to rewind this to the beginning, and you're more than welcome to slide that red dot way over to the left and listen to it. But they were the 2 charges that I was facing was dismissed. However, the prosecutor's office has tripled down on the charges due to a crazy jackass zebra who was relentless in endless phone calls and harassment of law enforcement and prosecutor's office trying to bring felony charges upon me. And so in doing that, they decided they were going to file an amended complaint, and the judge wasn't having it, so he dismissed the original complaint, telling them that they need to refile the charges. So anyways, the good thing, the outcome was that fucking tether is off my leg, and they are well aware of the insanity that comes from that jackass zebra, because we shared some content of his with them. So hold on one second, I go get my chart. So the charges are, the first original 2 charges are dismissed, but I'm facing 6 other ones, but I'm not sweating it because it's not going to fly. My whole gripe of this entire time wasn't the charges, because I'm confident that I didn't commit a crime. The First Amendment rules over their sorry ass beliefs that crimes have been committed when you say things on the internet. That's not how it works. Somebody with a sorry ass attorney who tells them, "Oh, you better plead to this, you know, you're in big trouble." So I'm not worried about it, Cammed Up. I'm actually happy he's picking shit, and no sweat off of my little BB balls, okay? Yeah, you're right. So I'm not going to make this stream all damn night. So I will probably cut this out a little bit. Here is the twist. Now he can sue him for tort and damages, expensive game to play in the kangaroo courts. Well, I'm going to. I would hope that. I hope. I'm not going to say I hope. I would like for all of you kind, generous folks out here in YouTube streets, whether it's one of you or it's a collection of you, raising funds for a clutch in that poor little jackass Zebra's Mustang. Get that clutch fixed, because that'll save me a couple of bucks of putting a clutch in it myself when I come and take that Mustang. Oh, you trust me, bro. This ain't going nowhere. Trust me, this is not going anywhere. The prosecutors are well aware of this fucking clown and what he's doing. We've waited and we've waited until, the time was right to present this shit. And then kind of, in fact, we really didn't even have to present this shit, because they are well aware that this motherfucker is psychopathic. He's mentally disturbed, and they know it. They can't tell him that they know it, but I'm telling you all that they know he's a fucking nut job. So it's just a matter of time. Only thing is that they stuck their foot in the mud, and they are regretting it. So they're trying to figure out a way to get out of it. Just like it was today, where, just change it up, dismiss the original charges, which would get the tether off, because I've been trying to get the tether off. And somebody keeps calling them and going, "You better not take that tether off. Oh my God, he's gonna kill me." And so they're like, "This fucking guy won't shut the fuck up." So they can't be accused of giving me what I want by taking the tether off. They gave him what he wanted. He wanted more charges, so they gave him exactly what he wanted, and the consequences that come with it is exactly what happened. Now there will never be another tether on my fucking ankle, and I'm willing to take bets. Any of you out here want to bet me? Oh, just calm down, Goblin for Life. You, contraire, mon frere, calm down, brother. Because what somebody doesn't realize is that the courts don't take kindly to somebody manipulating them and weaponizing the courts. Because now that county and all involved are going to be subject to civil liability. And that is one thing that a county will not appreciate. So I'm not going to get into details, but I can guarantee you that if any of you understand this justice system and how they're all connected, they will step up the game and flip the fucking script. I can guarantee it. And at the same time, I'm not going to get into exactly what's going on here, because sometimes you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away and when to run. You got to count your money when you're sitting at the table. There's going to be time enough for cheating when the dealing's done. So, if anybody can read between my lines, and I'm sure that he's going to read between my lines as well, and I hope that he does, they are not to be fucked with. And when you fuck with them and you play them, oh, you think that the hell hath no fury like a jackass zebra scorn? I think Big Daddy is a little more powerful. And so hell hath no fury when Big Daddy is tricked. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, there's a larger issue at play. Oh, correct. Correct, my friend. So here's another thing, Goblin, and any of you who are somewhat victims, to flip the script in a manner that's on a massive scale. It won't take much for those who have been affected by this fucking clown to step up, go to their local police department, file a fucking complaint, and tell them you want to press charges for threatening, intimidating behavior, or whatever it is, and tell them you want it forwarded to Gilbert, Arizona. Goblin is probably in the vertical version. I'm doing 2 streams at once, Tony. StreamYards has a new option where you can stream in both vertical and landscape modes at the same time. So Goblin is in the vertical mode stream. Oh no, I'm not Scottish at all. I'm Irish and I'm Native American. Oh, and I'm a cheeky motherfucker for sure. So, if you can read between the lines, Goblin, maybe you could communicate with your buddy who claims that email's bogus and prove to me that he is not part of the email. And the only way that he's going to prove to me that he's not part of this email is for him to really pick up that telephone or take his little ass to the local police department and say, here's the screen recordings of what he did to me. This is what he says. This is a racially motivated hate crime. And write a fucking report, say that I want to press charges, and tell him to send the fucking the information over to the Gilbert, Arizona Police Department. So if Goblin does it, Hank does it, Gigi does it, Flow State does it, King Stephen does it, I do it, and many, many others do it, what do you think will happen to them? Or is it all about the shekels and the entertainment value? I guarantee you he will be in a cage for a long time. But I know that everybody doesn't understand, or I should say, I know that nobody understands why I was acting the way that I was and lashing out. But because everybody sat and did nothing, that gave him the ability to do what he did to me. Nobody stopped him before he could do it. And I'm going to stop him before he can do it to another person or persons. No, he hasn't, Goblin. I spoke to the Monongahela fucking police department and spoke to a lieutenant and told him Hank's real name and told him the Jackass Zebra's real name and asked if this occurred, would there be police reports written on a request to contact him by phone, tell him to leave him alone. And Lieutenant, I have the phone call recorded. I don't need to play it. Trust me when I say that I have the phone call recorded. The officer, the lieutenant, said, nobody has done that as far as I am concerned, because our officers will never not write a report on any interaction between themselves and a member of the public. They write reports on everything. This is what I'm trying to explain to anybody who wants to listen to me. I've been involved with law enforcement on the tail end of this shit my entire life. I get police reports written on me constantly, and I have them all, as many as I can gather. I have call logs. I have, not from there, but when I'm speaking to a lieutenant at this small town fucking police department, and he tells me that if a citizen comes into their department and says that they're being harassed by an individual, and could you please call him at this number and tell him to stop contacting me, stop harassing me, or else he's going to be in big, big trouble. If they did that, there would have been a report written, and there is no report. I told him I'm calling from Michigan. I cannot come to Monongahela fucking police department and file a fucking report, or come in the in the office and ask. He says, "What's the guy's name? What's the other guy's name?" And I could hear him going, like clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety. Nothing. Pretty sure he's not lying to me. So anywho, if everybody out here is really sick and tired of them, and they're not part of some fucking psychological operation, and they're not addicted to the internet, craving the entertainment that comes from the Jackass Zebras shenanigans, and you really want him off the fucking internet, step the fuck up. Go to your local police department, file a fucking report, tell them that you want him charged with a crime, especially if he's got a pattern of conduct and you've told him to leave you alone and he continues to do it. And then you tell him that you want them to contact the Gilbert, Arizona Police Department and file a complaint. And you call the Gilbert, Arizona Police Department, and you speak to them and say, I filed a complaint in my local town, and the cop, the sheriff, the detective, whoever is going to be contacting you, and I want him charged with a fucking crime. And then if 4 people do it, 5 people do it, 6 people do it, 7 people do it, 8 people do it, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to kick his fucking door in, so to speak. Or just let them know you got a warrant for your arrest. Turn yourself in. Goblin, he sent you fucking photos of a gun safe where his thumb is in that photo. He is not supposed to be in possession of firearms. He's a convicted felon. They would conduct a felony arrest on him in fear that he has weapons. He's threatened to kill Flow State. He's threatened to kill Gigi. He's threatened to kick this person's ass. He's threatened to kick my ass. So anywho, I'm not going to continue to press the issue of you guys doing something to get this guy off the internet because he's a bad fucking apple. If I have to, I will conduct this mission myself. And then I'm sure there's going to be others that are going to join my crusade. Unexpected others that'll be joining my crusade. And we'll just leave it at that. Oh, I'm not that mouthy? You hear worse shit shouted in the street, huh? Well, you must not have been around long enough. Apparently, I'm unhinged. Apparently, I'm a crazy apple, a sad apple, a crab apple. I'm everything but bad apple media. I'm not successful. I can't get 5 people to watch me. Nobody likes me. I'm just a sad excuse of a YouTuber. I should stay offline. Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not making my life the internet. I have a life. Oh, I'm a candy ass apple. Forgot about that, Lynette. But yeah, I don't need the internet to give me purpose. I don't need attention. I don't need the likes, the shares, the clicks. I don't need that to feel complete in my life. I'm very, very secure in my existence without having this addicted shit in my life. You can use the internet. You can moderate it and use it wisely, but to spend more than 5 hours a day on here, 6 hours a day, especially streaming, says something about that individual. I know some people are lonely. They really don't have a lot going on in their lives, and it's better than TV, they tell you, because you can't interact with those on TV. You can interact with these people on here. And so it feels personable. And I get that. I'm not trying to knock it. You know, I've been around these YouTube streets for a long time, and sometimes I just need to reboot myself from the overload of the insanity that comes on here. And yeah, Tony, you're my friend too. But the fact of the matter is that the people that are on here, the majority of them, there's something wrong with them. I'm talking about the content creators. In the panel curse. Specifically in the panel curse. This is out of the genres that I've been studying for the last 11 years. The panel curse is the worst. They are a wild bunch of fucking people, like a pack of vicious fucking dogs. And if you speak out against the panel curse, you will feel the wrath of the fucking the dog pile. But I'm not interested in being dogpiled. The psychological warfare that most of these people use and spit while they're on here doesn't work on me. I'm the first to admit that I get a little sideways. My song Bite Me, that I play, my outro song many times. I don't play it every time. But my Bite Me song, if you listen to the lyrics, you get a pretty good idea of who I am and what I'm about when it comes to the internet shit. And if I have to play the version with the lyrics on it at the end of this, I'll do that. Would you like me to play the version with the lyrics on the screen, Lynette, on tonight's sign out? On tonight's outro? Would you like the lyrical version? That's all I am, Xenial, is honest. Honest Abe. That's right. Honest Abe here. Okay, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Pull it up. Let me see if I can't pull it up. Because we're about to shut this down so I can relax for a little bit before I go to bed. T-Rain says that he was going to come on here and he didn't show up. He must have fell asleep, or he's doing his own live, or I don't know what. I don't know what. Let me see if I can't pull it up. Let me see if I can't pull it up. Well, there it is. Look at that. Is this the... Let me see. Let me make sure that this is it. Holy crap, that's loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Well, I can hear it on my end. Well, this is it. Look at that. Look at that. Here it is. We'll have to set it up to share it. Set it up to share it. What do you guys think about that flow state death threat? Sasquatch Moon, appreciate you for hanging out. Zeno, appreciate you hanging out. Lynette, of course. Running with Scissors. Cammed Up Caveman. Goblin for life. Goblin Life 2. Chicken Little said so. Let's see who else. And all you lurkers. You're lurkers. You're Jethro Miller. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all for swinging by, you know, making me feel like I'm a little more successful than these other guys claim I am. It really hurts me. It triggers me to say, "Oh my God, I'm just not successful." You're living up in my head, man. 75% to infinity. Appreciate you too. I don't know if you're still here, if you're gone. LCJC. All y'all that stopped by to see what the old fucking breaking news was about. Yeah, it might have been a little clickbaity. Might have been a little clickbaity, but hey, if that's what it takes to get people to watch so I can be successful, then I got to do what I got to do, man. I got to do what I got to do, man. Yeah. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to call it a night. And, you know, the moral support is all I really need. And you don't even have to agree with me. I don't have a problem with somebody disagreeing with me. I don't have a problem with somebody making fun of me. I don't have a problem with somebody calling me names and trying to drag me through the mud. But what I do care about, and I will not tolerate, and I will react to it in a aggressive manner and allow my passion to appear as extreme anger so people could label me as unhinged and psycho and weird and whatever it is that you want to call me. But after today, I got this fucking tether off of my leg. I'm a little more at peace. And Lynette, I'm going to kick your ass. Oh, poop! Please don't call the police on me. Please don't call the police on me, Lynette. But I'm gonna stick my foot up your butt, Lynette. And thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. I really do. And when I do come out to your side of town, I'm at least going to take you out to dinner and treat you to a good meal. Fucking goofball. Sending me money. Stop it. Stop it. So I do appreciate y'all. Even you lurkers who ain't got the guts to say something to me. I appreciate you. I really do. And maybe we could, some of you who think that I'm a terrible person, that my content's boring, and that I'm unhinged, and I'm the wild man, whatever it is, maybe we could all start anew. Maybe we could. I got some shekels. I got some shekels. Thanks for the shekels. Oh, hey, sorry, before we go, I found the girl. I found her. I was telling you guys the other night, now that I'm saying shekels, I found her the other night. Let me pull it up, and I'll let you check her out and see if you guys remember who she is. The only thing that I could find from her was, I think it was on Rumble. I might have to go to Rumble and play it. Sophia. Sophia was her name. And she was 14 years old. And let me see if it's in my history. Let me see if I can't find it. No, let me go back. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? I'm going to close that. Oh, I'm going to close that channel content. My microphone's in the way. I can't see. Okay. All right. History. There we go. I clicked the wrong one. So let's see if I can't find it. Where could it be? Is it in here? No. Let me see. I think it was on. Yeah, I definitely think it was on Rumble that I found it. Yeah, it was on Rumble. So maybe let me see if I can't find it on here, on the tube. So let me see if Sophie or 14-year-old Sophie. Let me try it that way. 14-year-old Sophie. Do you guys remember Sophie? The 14-year-old Sophie chick that got booted off of YouTube? She had 800,000 subscribers. And when I type in Sophie, there's a singer comes up named Sophie. So it ain't going to be found on here. Oh, that ain't her. Yeah, she's not on YouTube, so it has to be Rumble. I don't think I can pull Rumble up on here. Let's see. Rumble online video platform. Let's go to it. Let me see. I should be able to find out here. Sophie. 14-year-old girl. Sophie. 14-year-old Sophie. See if it popped up. I found it the other day. And 14-year-old Sophie kicked off YouTube. That's how I found it the other day. Oh yeah, they're not letting me see it. But her name was Sophie, and she was funny as hell. And she was actually attacking Muslims and saying some of the most fucked up shit, like how they like little girls and this. Yeah, so look her up if you can find her. You'll probably get a kick out of it, what she was saying back then. But yeah, Sophie. Running with Scissors, member for 6 months. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for being such a loyal subscriber and member to my channel. I couldn't do it without you. Sophia was bitten by walkers. I do thank you for the popcorn on the chat room floor. You guys better sweep up before you get the fuck out of here. Oh, you like my stuff even when I'm angry? You won't like me when I'm angry. Me and David Banner have the same kind of attitude. You won't like me when I'm angry. You're funny as fuck and you matter. Don't let cunts like Snaps get you down. Oh, no, he don't get me down. Only thing that got me down is I had a fucking goddamn tether on my fucking ankle. It was messing with my fucking life, my job, and all that shit. My sleep, my shower time. Hiding it from my fucking daughter because I didn't want her to be traumatized. My daughters, my grandkids, I didn't want them to be traumatized by them fearing that I'm in trouble and, whatever. But, excuse me. Sophia was bit. Well, who's she bit by? What are you guys talking about? We'll get back to the funny stuff, man. I swear to God, we will. We will get back to the funny. But in the meantime, I'm still being a little serious here. I'm cereal. I'm fucking cereal, man. Right, meow? I'm a little cereal. Thanks for the shekels, Lynette. I appreciate you. And probably tomorrow, Lynette will be a 5-month member. So, you guys, Xenio, what happened? Xenio, you're a member. How long have you been a member? How the hell long have you been? 3 months? Love from the weirdo over pond. Love you. You're not a weirdo. You're all right in my book. Where at over the pond are you? What land are you in? Because I might be coming over to that area of the world soon. I want to go to the Isle of Man. I want to enjoy that time. Oh, 7 months. All right. I thought you were behind Tony, but you're in front of Tony. Okay. 7 months. Well, a pre 7-month anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sexy voice. No. Who's got a sexy voice? Sophia? Sexy voice? Sophia had a sexy voice? I don't know about that. If that's what you're saying. But yeah. I think this has been a pretty cool live stream, if you ask me. Yeah. You voted for beer for the helping the guy in the cop fucking incident, Xenio? Me too. I vote beer. I'm just scrolling through messages here. I should have been putting them up on the board like real. Yes, TT Isle of Man. Yeah, I want to go and watch it and enjoy that shit. Because I myself used to be a crotch rocket pilot, and the fastest that I've ever gone on a two-wheel machine was 210 miles an hour on I forget the year. I think it was in 87 or 88, maybe in 89. Can't remember the year. Mid to late 80s Yamaha RR 1100 with nitrous on it. Fuck yeah, the Isle of Man, bro. Fucking A, dog. That's where I want to be. Then maybe I'll swing through Amsterdam. And I'm not going to kiss the Blarney Stone if I do go to Ireland. I know what you motherfuckers do to that thing in the middle of the night. Ain't no gonna fucking be no trick on my lips. Ain't gonna be no urine from the fucking locals on my lips. Fuck no. You were at the Isle of Man during the TT race? Really? Anybody know what the Isle of Man TT race is other than a couple of us in here? If not, let me show you what the Isle of Man TT race is real quick. Best of Isle of Man TT race. Here we go. All right. This is the. God dang it. I'm going to turn the volume down on this. I got to re up my commercials. All right. So here we go. All right. So let's share this tab. Let's blow it up so you get the full effect. Let's see, make sure you're seeing it. This is the Isle of Man, the TT race. Check it out. Ready, set, go. These are some of the craziest mofos on the planet riding these fucking two-wheel crotch rockets, man. They go from the city into the country, out into the coastline. Some of these guys just crashed, wiped out, and went off the cliff and died. Oh, they crashed in the town and fucking the crashes. They shut the entire town down. Look how close these.
On the session, quite interesting.
Going through a city, a town like that, man. Could you imagine Could you imagine doing that on a bike? I did 220 or 210 miles an hour on the expressway, and it was incredible. It was incredible. Let me share this with you. Let me show you this shit. Let's do this. Let's do this one. You'll get a oh shit on this one. Here we go. All right, there we go. Get this commercial over with. All right, wait, hold on. Here we go. Hear this. Check this out. That dude's dead. That Evel Knievel outfit. Dude, that Evel Knievel outfit. Ouch. That one dude hit the wall. A little too much gas, buddy.
Shit.
You guys are zipping by brick walls. Zipping by brick walls. Look at these walls over here. Fucking insane.
Cummins puts it on the back wheel as he screams down the Balance straight. So too Chris Palmer. Oh, riders off. Oh, that looks nasty. Flames everywhere. Huge impact. Marshals very quickly respond, making their way to the rider. And that is Connor Cummins in second place. So they're going, down, and that's Cummins. Oh, another bike. Oh, two bikes down, three bikes down.
There
dear.
Mayhem.
Oh, more as well.
Look, they're tripping over each other in bunches now. Everybody knows that's going to be a red flag.
700-pound
Yeah, red flags are out in the background, Rich.
Yeah, that was not nice, was it?
That one right here, this one, this guy right here. Let's watch this in slow-mo. This guy right here, I can probably guarantee you that he is no longer, unfortunately, with us. See right here. Terrible. I guarantee you that dude is deceased. Yeah, I know. I'm 57, brother. Well, it's actually the Isle of Man is off of the coast of Scotland and Ireland. It's in the fuck, I forget what the Atlantic Ocean, I believe, or the North, not the North Sea. But yeah, I want to go and check this out, man. There's more videos of this. You guys can go watch them on your own and just watch these guys fly off the fucking cliffs and shit. That dude right there that hit that wall, he was coming in fucking endo. He was riding a wheelie on his front tire. That dude hit that wall doing 100 and something miles an hour, man. But you seen he hit that wall and he hit the ground and he was cooked. His brain was probably mushed inside that helmet. It's sad, but you know, this is the risk that they take. They know it. So nobody can You can't blame nobody but themselves if they're living high on the adrenaline rush. Then that's what's gonna happen, man. That's fucking nuts. But yeah, crazy ass shit, man. I want to go and watch it. I don't want to see anybody die, but I want to go and watch it. Excuse me. Well, that one was not that long ago. So I would imagine if I looked it up and seen, typed in how many people die on average at the TT Isle of Man race. Let me type it in. How many riders die each year at Isle of Man TT race? And it'll probably be at least 2. The Isle of Man TT race has a history of fatalities with a total of 269 riders recorded dead since 1907. The average number of deaths per race is approximately 0.92. So based on 156 fatalities during the official practices or races between 07 and 23. In recent years, the event has seen no fatalities in 2025, marking a significant achievement in road safety. I don't know if it's road safety or if it's just better riders, but basically, there can't be 0.92. So at least one rider every year dies at the Isle of Man. So imagine that you're saying, yeah, I'm going to go fucking race. And, if there's 1,000 guys that race, the odds of you dying is pretty good. That 1 out of 1,000, and I'm sure that, there's probably not even 1,000 people 1,000 riders. Well, let me type that in. How many riders each year? How many riders? Let me see. How many riders enter the Isle of Man TT race each year? How many on each year? Well, the numbers just went through the roof. The statistics are over the fucking top. Each year, 260 riders on average participate in the Isle of Man TT race, with the number of competitors varying by class and year. The race features multiple classes, and the number of riders can fluctuate based on the specific class and the number of entries for that year. So 260 riders on average for the Isle of Man race, and 1 out of 260 will end up dead on average, statistically speaking. That's pretty crazy, man. Definitely wild and risky business. Definitely. Oh, well, I in my younger days, I used to ride around my own crotch rocket. I could share a picture of my old one, but I had the same 900 Ninja, Kawasaki Ninja. It was an 86, I think it was. It was the same bike that Tom Cruise rode in Top Gun, that he was riding in that movie, that crotch rocket. I had the same one. It was a 900, and I could get that bike up to 165. That's the fastest that I could get that bike up to. It might have went a little bit faster, but it was really sketch. The front end was floating up and the ass end would shake. I could show you where, it was like the front end was like floating, like woo, 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 and the ass end would shimmy. Maybe my tire was out of balance. I don't know. But I got to $165 and I was like, yeah, that's pretty fucking fast, especially when I'm riding with shorts and a fucking tank top. I passed this car up on the expressway and I got off at the exit ramp on Hoover and 696 here in the Detroit area. And that car caught up to me, when I was sitting at the light, and they got up next to me and were like, hey man, you're fucking crazy, dude. How fast were you going when you passed us? And I had my full face helmet on and I yelled a $165. And the dude goes, fuck that. You weren't doing 65. You were going way faster than 65, because he didn't hear me say buck. And then so I'm like, I lifted up my helmet. I pulled it up so you could see my mouth, and I said, I didn't say 65. I said 165. And he was like, dude, you're fucking nuts, bro. and then I went home and parked it. And I thought about it for a minute, that dude telling me that I was fucking nuts. And my first daughter was just born. And I said, I looked at my daughter, I picked her up, and I held her. And I said, you know what? I don't want to be mincemeat on the highway and miss this thing. So I sold it. I never rode it again after that. Because some guy told me I was fucking nuts. And so I went to a Harley Davidson, to a chill bike. I didn't get rid of riding altogether. I just got rid of the crotch rocket and I went to a Harley. So still got the ride, just wasn't going. I didn't have the need for speed. If you guys know what that is. Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. I feel the need for speed. Yeah, the 72 CB554 Honda Limited 2 got. You had it in 1980, didn't me no favors. You got into a head-on accident. Yeah, that's fucking. Even though that 72 CB550 is going to be pretty fucking fast, them Hondas were fucking pretty nice bikes, man. For the cafe style that they were back then. It was my buddy's dad had a Suzuki 750, like a 77, 78 or something like that. It was that really dark green, that real ugly green. And his mom and dad took off for the fucking weekend, and we had the keys, and I was like, dude, let's ride it. And he's like, okay. It didn't take much to convince him to get on his dad's bike and ride it when he was home. Tom, my buddy Tom, we call him fucking Poop Zibbies. Thomas Dinkleberry. So he took off on it and went up and down the street, whatever. And then he's like, okay, you can ride it. And then I jumped on it and I let the clutch out, and it was a real sensitive clutch, and I wasn't expecting it. It was like I was like riding a Bronco bull. My right or my left hand come off the fucking clutch because it jerked and almost, it kind of like popped a real quick wheelie. And I was like, holy fuck. And I wasn't expecting it. And I literally rode down from the back of the house in the garage where the garage was at. And I was heading towards the street with no hand on the left fucking handlebar, my right hand giving it fucking gas because I didn't have no way to balance myself. So I was giving it fucking juice all the way down the driveway, and the handlebar on the left side, literally, no shit, was at least an inch away from the entire house down the entire driveway. And I'm like, holy fuck, holy shit, oh. And then because I was trying to avoid, my body was leaning, like kind of like trying to stay away from hitting the house, because if I would have been on the bike fully, my shoulder would have been banging the door and the aluminum siding, and it probably would have caught the windowsill, And once I got past that, thank God there was no car coming down the street, because I still wasn't in complete control until I went down the driveway and went up another driveway, and I finally got both hands on the handlebars, and I turned, and I somehow I made it on a left turn onto the sidewalk across the street, and then rode it by the house, and went back down to the driveway into the street. And I was looking back, and my buddy was standing there with the look of fear on his fucking face. And I was like, I waved at him like, later, and I took off, and I went and fucking cruised the neighborhood for like 5 or 10 minutes. Went by my buddy Matt's house. Matt, the dude who just fucking jumped in front of a train last year. I went to his house and parked it in front of his house, and brain farted and didn't even think about it. But I put the kickstand down in the dirt and then it fell over. I was like, fuck. So then me and Matt pulling that fucking 600-pound bike over when I'm probably 80 fucking pounds soaking wet. Only 1 foot could touch the ground, and that was like hanging half off the bike. You know what I mean? Where my back of my thigh was on the seat, then my foot was barely on the ground because I was just I was only 14 years old. Good times, man. Good times. Yeah. Need for Speed's Top Gun. Oh, okay. Fuck. There's so many Tom Cruise movies. Yeah. Okay. You got me. You got me. Your Cammed Up says that his first bike was a 79 KZ 650. And on my way to school one day at 16 years old, and a drunk pulled out in front of me and I had to lay it down. I kicked off of it just before it crashed into his van. Oh, fucking memories, eh, bro? I can picture that in my head right now. The 79 KZ 650 was a pretty quick bike for the times, man. And I'd like to have me one of them right now, or get me a fucking the cafe fucking bikes of fucking shit. I'm drawing a blank right now. My brain's not thinking. Let me see. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Oh, the hell's them fucking. Oh shit. Think of it. Probably too late. But big ass fucking cafe racer in the 80s. It was, the fuck was that bike? It's on the tip of my tongue. It was like a 1600 on a fucking bike, man. It was not a CBR. Fuck was it? I'll think of it in a minute. But badass bikes. We would go race cars on fucking 22nd Street, go by the city airport, go on Graham Boulevard and 94 on the service drive, and these bikes were beating, 10-second street cars. What the hell was that? VMAX, Yamaha VMAX, nice bikes, man. Real low profile. You could dump the clutch and it wouldn't pop a wheelie. The tire would just grip and just zoom, gone, man. Nothing but engine on that bike. If you know what a VMAX is, I'm sure a couple of you in here do. But I'm going to get me a VMAX again one day. Nice bikes, man. Smooth. You know what a VMAX is. Yamaha VMAX. Let me see. Yamaha. 1987. Let's see if we can find one. There we go. This is what it looked like. This is what they looked like. Yamaha VMAX. We want to pull it up. Right here. This is what they used to. This was one of the baddest ass bikes there was back in the day. Right here. This VMAX right here. Psh, lightning quick, man. Lightning quick. Doesn't look like much, but that is one badass bike right there. 1200. Yamaha VMAX 1200. I think they made a bigger model too, if I am not, I might be mistaken. Maybe VMAX 1800. There we go. The VMAX 1800. Where's it at? Right here. This was the bike. That one. That bike right there was one badass bike. Yep. What are you saying here? Goblin. The Supreme Joke just gave Drumpf sweeping wartime authority under the 78 Alien Enemies Act. That means Tren de Agua, now officially labeled an invasion force, can be rounded up and deported to El Salvador. Yeah, I wonder how many non-El Salvadorians will be caught up in that mix and sitting in those fucking gulags down there. I'm glad I don't look like an El Salvadorian. Oh, you had lots of old road rash on that, I would imagine. I would imagine. My dad was a biker and wheelie. I got a Harley. I got a 2008 full dresser, ultra classic 105th anniversary edition. I haven't rode it, not much at all. I'm kind of busy. You want to do it? What do you mean? You want to do it? What do you mean you want to do it? What do you mean you want to do it? Is that some sexual kind of proposition? Are you trying to sexually proposize me? But yeah, this is a badass bike, man. Look at that thing. This air cleaner right here, sucking up the birds, man. Sucking up the birds. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get me one. That's a nice bike. Just look at that thing. I like that all blacked out. I like that. Hells yeah, I like that. I'm gonna get me one day. They're making a modern version of that? I ain't seen one. Kind of reminds me of the Harley's V-Rod. I think that's what Harley trying to copy off of VMAX. My buddy's got a V-Rod. I don't know if he sold it. He was trying to sell it for like $5,000 a few years ago. I don't know if he still has it or not. I should ask him. Even that's, I like that red. I like that red. It's all right. But I would prefer the all blacked out version, the Ghost. That one. I prefer this one. This is sweet. A 2018 VMAX? What? 2018 VMAX? I didn't know they still make them. Wow, no shit. Huh. I bet you that's freaking lightning quick. Let's see, what are you saying? 16. I also had two 69 Mustangs. One was a Boss, one was a GT. Your dad sold them both for $1,500 when he went to prison. Now they'd be worth about $100,000. You shouldn't have went to prison, caveman. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. My sister and brother-in-law had a 67 Mustang that was fucking rotted out because we're living in Michigan, no salt. And me and my buddy Matt, the dude who jumped in front of a train last year, we went to the store and we were both sitting in the front seat because we were that little, at that time we were like 13. And I remember he had a bag of fucking shit, like a paper bag, and it was on his lap. And I was sitting next to him. It was a console shifter. And the door wouldn't close all the way. We turned the fucking corner. And Matt fucking slid off the seat out the door and hit the fucking cement. The blacktop. And it was wet and icy. And he was sitting on the cement like he was sitting in the car, still holding the bag of groceries. Bloody ass shit, man. Yeah, I'd like to get me a little scooter just to cruise around the neighborhood on. Something like that. And go get an electric bike. Electric scooter. Why not? So, all right, I've been out here long enough. 2 hours and 43 minutes. It's 10 o'clock. I can go to bed now. Give me that good night's sleep that I was telling y'all that I was going to get. Maybe drool on myself a little bit. And wake up tomorrow and it'll be a brand new day. It'll be a brand new day. So let's give my girl Lynette what she wanted. And here we go. Are y'all ready? Let's do it.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go. Let me spend everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss off, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you want to hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you want to hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.